NartOutHere showing new CSGO tricks and tips. We're gonna kick things off with Manasi showing a jump bait. By staying in this corner and jumping, it makes it sound like you jump off the balcony, which tries to get the T, if there is one, in Palace to push up. There's a sound difference on this balcony jumping from the middle and the end, as you're gonna hear this clip. Valde throws a fast mid one-way smoke as freeze time ends, and the smoke lands below window. Valde jumps out onto the ledge, however the T's come out fast mid, and he gets killed. Here is the view he would have had if he didn't get killed. Before I show you some more tricks, I want to tell you about my new sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Skin Club, who are one of the most popular CSGO case opening sites. On Skin Club, you can find all the available CSGO skins and cases released by Valve. I opened the Lady Luck case. Let's see what I get. A Deagle print stream. I'm not too big of a fan of this skin, so I'm going to upgrade the skin and try to get this Forest DD Pat knife at 67%. And there we go, baby. Got myself the knife, which I could instantly withdraw alongside the other skins I opened. I got my trade in less than 5 minutes. Skin Club also has a fun battle game mode, which is basically opening cases against other people. The winner gets everything. I am already waiting for you on Skin Club, so click the link below in the description and get a 7% bonus on your first deposit. Good luck guys, and enjoy the rest of the video. Astralis rush B, and blame's gonna smoke short then market window. He stands in this corner and for the short smoke puts his crosshair like this, jump throw. For the market window smoke, aim as shown, run 3 steps forward, jump throw. And if you want to smoke door instead of short, check out electronic smokes, which I'll link in the description below. Sampaya smokes market window and market door from this back corner. For the market window, it's your standard normal lineup. As for the door smoke, aim as shown and then jump throw. Afterwards, Sampaya throws 2 flashes over apartments, and then Molly's empty where he ducks behind this wall, aims below his window, then left click throw. Zifpix smokes mid window from apartments. He's gonna stand next to this wall where he gets stuck by the poles behind him, aims at this part of the wire where he aligns it with the dot on the wall, then left click throw. Astralis will use this smoke alongside a top con smoke to go up short, while Zif will come out apartments. Scrunk is gonna throw right side smoke standing next to this wood. For the stairs smoke, he aims as shown, jump throw. As for the cross smoke, while standing, puts his crosshair in this gap between the wood, jump throw. His teammates in the meantime will pop out ramp with a flash before the smokes land to try to catch the CTs by surprise, as well as to prevent counter utility. The cross smoke does leave a gap towards the left, so make sure you molly bench. If you get smoked off and you want to deny the default plant, you just aim here at the stairs and then left click throw. This will deny the default plant as well as covering firebox, but unfortunately twistzz misses his timing here. As twistzz jumps out window, he's going to throw a smoke off the left mid wall, which is the mid con smoke that gives him cover while he holds underpass, where he's going to get the opening pick, then he falls back safely to connector. One simple nade stack you could throw as a terrorist is having your 2 best spawn banana players to rush banana and nade off the car wall, which is going to bounce towards this area behind half wall. The nades from Astralis do massive damage onto the heat players, killing body and then leaving the Joker on 1 HP. Jax throws a molly on the roof to make it sound like the CT's mollied apartments off, while him and his teammate go aggressive. And don't worry, the T's won't be able to see the fire. Most CTs when they push up into Brum will get close to the wall. Well, not the Joko, as he's going to hold this off angle at Brum. He's used this angle a couple of times in EPL, and here it's going to pay off for him. He also has his teammate in the meantime taking first contact over at car and half wall to draw the T's attention. He are going to throw the pit smoke wall, and after from underpass is going to throw the 2 pit smokes. Both smokes have the same lineup. For the first smoke, you're touching the front wall, aim here, jump throw. Then back up until you're touching the wall with the same lineup, except you'll run throw. Now, the balcony smoke is thrown from Jax from inside apartments. These 3 smokes will block off sight and they give heat cover to come out apartments. FaZe has a different way of throwing these same smokes, which I'll link below in the description. Astralis pops short with Zifpix inside apps smoking deep short, blocking off pit, which allows his teammates to rush into sight without having to worry about getting shot from pit, takes away the crossfire. He pairs it up with his sight flashes that bounce off default. To save time, you could actually boost your teammate triple standing in front of triple. You don't actually have to go behind triple to boost them. Corey throws his aggressive half wall smoke positioned by the barrel, aims here, jump throw. This smoke leaves a gap to the left of car for Soulfly to play around, where he rushes up banana and goes through car around the smoke, and he catches Mezzy by surprise. If you're going to use this smoke, just be careful because the CTs can use that gap towards the car to peek down banana. Wiz smokes half wall stand next to this moped, aims above this roof between the wires, left click throw. EG uses this smoke to block off car on banana, and they paired up with the brim molly to retake banana. Stanislaw has this mid nade set for control where he smokes porch and molly's bracket. For the smoke, he's going to aim at this part of the wall, jump throw. As for the molly, you're going to stand in the same position and you're going to aim at this part of the roof, run forward and jump throw before you reach the next roof. Careful as this molly doesn't cover the left cubby, and keep in mind the CTs can boost on porch to see over the smoke. One play you can make with this nade set is in this round Rush and Chop come out mid and they boost on the half wall where Chop gets the frag onto Turtle on short. Rush throws a one-way smoke mid, standing front mini, aligning with this wall, aims at the gap between the hay, left click throw. Stan pushes short and gets on top of the wood pallet where he spots and kills Yota, then falls back safely, and as you can see you can't spot Stan. Frozen is going to nade coffins from logs. Here's the positioning, stand up, aim at this part of the wall, run forward and jump throw.
You can safely Molotov off cubby and long from alt mid by tucking up against this wall. You're going to line up with this line right here. You're going to walk into it. You're going to aim up from the corner of this towel to this notch on the roof right there. So you go up from there and just regular throw. It's going to bounce off this roof right here and get all the way into the corner and block off any peek.
You're going to see in this round here complexity smoke to the left of the door twice because it allows you to see towards catwalk with this angle and position shown here from JT. If you throw like a normal smoke, you wouldn't be able to see cat unless you had a boost. I guess you could say the smoke also acts as a bit of a one-way for the CT because you could hardly spot their head here. Isaac's going to use the same smoke, but he doesn't get the chance to push up to use the one-way to hold cat because he's going to find the kill onto the T jumping up on Xbox. Madden has a nade lineup for the single box plant mid-ramp, aligning with double, aim above the light, then left and right click throw. Here is a clip of him using the nade. He had to wing it here because the site gets smoked off, but he had it pre-lined up beforehand. After goes to plant the bomb behind single, Madden throws a nade, and the nade does about 80 HP because Afro in this round didn't have armor. Dojoko has a different lineup for the mid-door hinge smoke from long. You're going to get behind the door, duck, aim above this elephant, stand up, left and right click jump throw. Dojoko actually missed this smoke in the match, so that's the reason why I'm showing it in a private server here. A lot of players are using the mid-off angle on the opposite side of Xbox on the mid-ramp to hold lower tunnels. Well, Jack switches it up here by holding lower from the other side towards the door, while his teammates are watching top mid for him. Blame doesn't even see it coming, and Jax gets a freebie here and then falls back safely. Mouse are gonna do the jump spot bait at long A with Exertion jumping over while Torzy is posted up waiting to see if anyone from Heroic takes the bait, however it doesn't happen. Torzy is going to rotate out and leaves Exertion, who gets in this off angle to hold Longhouse, which is going to work out to catch Shush as he comes through the first set of doors and gets killed. Shush isn't focused on clearing this angle that Exertion is in because his main focus is clearing anyone behind the door. twistzz throws the door molly that pushes out anyone playing behind the door to the right, but at the same time allows the T's to come out door because the spread of the molly doesn't cover towards the walkway of the door and to the left. You usually see teams throwing this molly as a bait, because most of the door mollies cover both sides, not allowing you to come out unless you take damage and make sound doing so. Yo, check out this run boost from Heroic. It's out of your ordinary as they get on the bricks and Yabby gets run boosted to CT and tries to run down Torzy long, but his teammate's there to back him up. Careful using this run boost as you take a lot of damage from falling, but Torzy actually almost lands a shot, which is pretty impressive. Here's the super easy flash you could throw from the top of the box backside on B for your teammates to swing to peek mid. Just aim at the wood, left click throw. The flash blinds Glaive, setting up Valde for the frag. Youngher doesn't have the best long A spawn, but that's not going to stop her from going to get the pick. She uses this run boost from her teammate to make up for the spawn, and is able to get to Longhouse fast enough to be able to get the frag onto the CT. The CT that she killed had the best long spawn. Good stuff from her and B4. When T's go mid to B, one counter from the CTs and B is to smoke B doors. Well, knowing this, you could smoke to the left of the door, and it leaves you a one way to peek outside the door. The T's won't expect this because they'll think it's just a normal smoke. Just make sure you have a teammate covering your tunnels because you are exposed. Sprout are gonna pull off the triple boost top yellow, seeing that Entropic didn't smoke Ivy and they didn't take ramp control. Stair throws a bottom yellow smoke and his two teammates will come over and boost their top yellow scaffold, and they rotate out, leaving him solo ramp. This boost originated from FURIA, which I made a tutorial on how to do the boost, which I'm gonna link below in the description. I've yet to see any other team pull this boost outside of FURIA, and the last time they pulled off this boost was a long time ago, probably like 1.5 years ago. Entropic will retake ramp and Stair kills Forrester and almost finds the second frag. Entropic fall back after giving up ramp control. They don't want no part of this. I'm hoping we see this boost come back into play. Maybe teams can try it with a safe rifle. Afro at the start of the round rushes yellow, and before he does so, he's going to throw this mid yellow smoke, and he's going to flash off the Ivy wall and then push yellow to where he hides in his smoke next to the stairs. He hears someone run past him and Afro waits for his smoke to fade, and he looks up and kills Madden. What a sneaky beaky play by him. Jax has a mid flash from the back rail on B, sets his crosshair like this, then left right click jump throw, and then he's going to set up for Dejoko for one frag here off the flash. Dejoko calls for a flash because he sees the utility being thrown and he knows the T's are there. He then retaking B site, and Afro clears his angle with a molly with a simple step forward left right click throw, forcing the T out of position. Cadian throws the best B site Molotov to delay the plant. You could also use it for retake. You're going to stand in front of the orange cone in CT, aim at the line between the sandbags, jump throw. This molly will spread and cover the whole site. Ents aren't going to throw a ramp smoke on CT side, so Body throws his own ramp smoke, and it's going to go under the wood. It gives him a nice one way, as well as gives him cover to peek towards ramp. Unfortunately for Body, with the smoke, he's not going to find any frags with it, and you can see it's very hard to spot him behind the cover of the smoke. Solgo throws the same smoke as Body here, and he's going to use the smoke as cover to hold ramp, and he's going to find the kill into Slight. Slight, when he first peek ramp, does not see Solgo, and then goes for another peek where he overextends and gets killed. One play you can make as he rotate on Vertigo is jiggle peeking mid from elevator with a molly out. When you make contact, molly off window, then rotate to CT. Heat will choose not to commit and they fall back. Yabby at the start of round throws the JTR mid nade set I showed off in a previous trick video, where you molly smoke mid then flash ladder. He conditions ends with this nade set that there could have been a possible push in the ladder. This will set up in a later round where Yabby throws the same molly mid smoke, while Cadian this time around comes and helps out by flashing him into ladder, and Yabby pushes in, killing a blind Valde. Cadian's gonna time the flash here. Just as the molly ends, Yabby will call for it, and this flash decimates Valde. Yabby knows that Valde is the default mid player, so after killing him, he pushes up and advances, knowing that no one else is there is gonna stop him. If you're in a pinch, you can smoke right side generator on the fly by just throwing it off the top of double. Stout with a set lineup to molly default from elevator when he's smoked off. The reason why you want to learn this molly is because it has the fastest time to land, which means you do more damage if the T's are planting compared to throwing it from hell or off the beam. Another way you can molly sight is from Tetris, aiming above the 0 while standing jump throw. You can pair it up with a nade if you have one, which Cadian does here after the molly stops, and he hears the bomb plant, getting the frag into Jax. Check out this off angle from Exercise post plant where he's on the railing, however he's not pushed up further and hiding like you see most players do. Instead, he uses this gap between the handle and catches off two CTs with this off angle. Cadian's got a top ramp flash lineup where he aims left top vent, then without moving his mouse, moves over to the left of the box where he ducks, then left click throw. This flash bounces off the top of the sandbags, blinding anyone top ramp. Scrunk is going to smoke right side A site, standing next to the right of the sandbag on ramp. He will aim towards this part of the crane, then left click throw. Here's how you smoke left side mid without exposing yourself. You're going to stand next to the board, aim at this part of the box, then left click throw. Sango rush mid, and Scrunk masks his teammates' footsteps by shooting out the windows. This in turn catches out Gravity, who didn't hear it coming. Did you know the position where you smoke Ivy at the start of the round on T side, you could also smoke top ramp, aiming at this bar, jump throw. Check out this bench smoke Dexter throws. He gets on party afterwards, however we don't get to see it in use here as ends do a fast play and catch out Dexter. This smoke is supposed to act as a one-way smoke. To use this smoke, you want to get on the picnic table here on the right, where you have a one-way towards the right side as well as towards fountain. twistzz from behind the dumpster on stairs is going to smoke divider, and Dexter, who's inside toilets, is going to use the smoke as a one-way, holding toilets where he gets 2 frags off of it. Look at this smoke, you can hardly even spot Dexter. Ents at the start of the round will smoke mid-stairs and they cross a party where they get along this wall and boost behind it to hold for the push from playground with some pyos getting flashed, and then he recovers and gets 1 frag before being spotted and falls off. This is not a common angle that the T's clear when swinging the playground corner, which makes it a really strong boost. JT has an easy way to throw the short pipe smoke standing along this wall, sets his crosshair as shown, left click throw, while Floppy mollies short and pushes his way into water behind the cover of the smoke. The molly would have put out Ents' molly, however they didn't throw one in this round. JT smokes monster from the side of dice towards the end of the dice. He's going to be standing, aim as shown, then jump throw. Be careful using this smoke lineup because you're out in the open throwing it. Shush has a B default nade lineup when Heaven's smoked off. You'll stand at the wall, aim at this mark, then duck towards the right of the wall, left click throw. The nade's gonna land perfectly on default. Shush killed Afro and Exercise was nearby planning to pick off his fallen teammate's op to save, but Shush has other plans by nading the op towards him and preventing Exercise from saving the op. Great nade usage. Cadian throws a nade and peeks behind the explosion and kills Farlick with it. The reason he did this knowing that he would take damage from the nade is because the nade smoke gives him cover to peek behind it, making it hard for him to be spotted. Kids, don't try this at home. So you know about the Nuke bucket Heaven retake smoke for upper? Now what about the Heaven one-way smoke retake for B-site overpass that you can throw on the E-box here? The smoke gives you cover as you're peeking into B-site. Here are 2 wallbang lineups for connector if the CTs are holding from the top of the mid stairs. These 2 walls are spammable if you did not know. I'm gonna say these 2 wallbangs are not going to be used and they are very situational if they are to be. There are 2 nade stacks that I'm gonna show here from Heat who triple nade top hut and get a kill onto Yabby, and then the following nade stack there's an Ents one where they do triple nades on back silo killing JT. If you want to see both, head over to my second channel, NadesOutHere, and I'll link them both in the description. Also, I haven't had much good nuke tricks and tips, so if you know some, please share them with me by joining my Discord, link is in the description. JT Molotov's glaive from the left of this container, aiming at the circle on the front container, then left click throw. Jax is going to throw a smoke wall by himself with 3 smokes at the start of the round. The first smoke is a jump throw, the second and third smokes are run throws. Jax is gonna nade vent staying behind Tetris. He aims at this part of the roof, then jump throw. This will also work with a flashbang. Here is a 1-player nuke upper execute. You could smoke Heaven without breaking the windows from roof with this lineup shown here. Right after you throw this, you move over towards the left wall over here where you can molly and flash sight. Snappy's gonna hold this gap, and one counter you could do as a T against this is what Yabby is about to do. He has a set lineup before crossing the gap, and he does to spam any CTs playing this position. He tags up Snappy, pushing him back and off this angle. JDC is going to show us how to molly Xbox from a position that isn't in spawn after smoking Cheetah first. He aligns himself next to this plant, aims at this branch, runs 3 steps forward, jump throw. The molly denies the CTs from getting to window early on. Everyone knows about the mid-run boost CTs do coming out of house to the ledge to peak lane, as we see Mouse do here, setting up towards for the opening frag. Now he used the mid-run boost in a different way. We're going to bypass the mid-molly from Mouse as well as to be able to get to mid faster, surprising the T's coming out elbow to mid, which Body does here, killing Exertion. Heat have 2 players donut at the start of the round and they boost to see over Mouse's smoke. After the smoke fades, they're going to decide to stay in the boost, which works out here as Mouse re-smoked donut tunnel, and Exercise has a gap to the left which he spots Exertion and kills him. In the same round over at B site, Heat will do another boost, the triple boost at long with Afro on top with an op, and he takes his time and waits until he gets a clear shot onto twistzz and kills him afterwards. I showed this lane flash from House in a previous video of twistzz throwing it. However, House wasn't smoked off, and here in this example, it comes into play when House is smoked off, with Shush throwing the flash. Mezzy smokes front elbow, then he's going to throw this juicy nade over the wall where 3 of the Songo members are hanging out. Very good chip damage done by Mezzy. And if you've enjoyed the content, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Till next time, NartOutHere, peace.